Okay. I see color on. Let's see if we get anybody to jump on. From my side, it looks like I'm live. Hmm. Ay, 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 ay. This is a lot. Um, am I actually live though? It says I am. It's showing an icon around me that says I'm live. Oh goodness. Let's see if anybody else is able to join again. This has been this has been interesting. I don't know how people do this. Oh my gosh, I don't know how people do this. No idea. I'll wait till about 3 minutes. And I might just go with it. And if somebody can pop in, I'd appreciate it. But if everybody's busy, I completely understand. I think I said in my first iteration of this, I'm just going to try and feel out what time works best for you guys and what time works best for me. I only have a handful of days that I am off out of work and I work overnight. So if I don't do it on those off days, which are typically probably days it's going to be harder for other people to attend, I'd have to do it at a really weird time. So we will see. We will see. But I'm going to go ahead and repeat some of the stuff that I said in my previous iteration of this, just so that hopefully I can go ahead and upload this as it is filmed now. I hope you guys can hear me. Um, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start. So I believe I've edited my description box so that all of my items are listed down below. Why is there, oh no, why is it saying my battery's low? Oh no. This is this is a lot. I was not expecting all of this. But let me just keep going. Okay. So I believe, everything listed down below that's on my face. Some of the stuff that I will be talking about today, hopefully, is not necessarily linked down below, but we're going to go with it. A lot of my lights just shut off. Oh my goodness. Let me turn on some lights so that it doesn't look so dark around me. Actually, it's fine. It's fine. We're just going to do a dark night video, if you will. So on my face, I have the Sigma tint, and I have this in dark golden. Uh, it's not the best shade for me personally. It's a little light, but I'm working with it, and I may go ahead and make another order at Sigma. And if I do, I might go ahead and get the darker tint. That way, I can not only have a shade that works for me, but also really test this out. I'm testing it out for the first time today. It's okay. It's okay. I also went ahead and picked up two blushes from Singe. On my face today is the Timid Tomato. And that should be right there in your view. I'm enjoying it so far, and I've had these products on my face for about 5+ hours, so they've definitely been lived in and all that jazz. And that's why you can see the oil production on my face. I've left the house. I live in North Carolina now, so it's warmer here, and I'm wearing a hoodie because I'm comfortable in hoodies. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's on my face. Still, nobody was able to join. Um, what I'm gonna do really quickly before we truly dive in. Uh, let's see. I think I'm gonna. It's fine. I'm just gonna keep going, as long as I can, and hopefully you guys see it. So I'm gonna switch to um how do I switch to a different window? Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to a completely different window, so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna actually, so I can see what you guys see. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Okay, you see me. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. All right. So let's dive in. As you can see, there's a lot of tabs at the top. So I have a lot of things that I want to talk about in today's video. Unfortunately, because I have it like this, I can't see the comments, or the chat. So if you guys do chat, I will try my best to look over on my phone, but I need to look at my computer, which is on my left. So Natasha Denona came out with this I Need a Warm palette. And for me, I completely understand why so many people love this palette. I love browns. I'm really coming around to loving warm browns. But for me, the issue with this palette is I've seen now many of videos, as I'm sure you guys have, and I don't really see enough warmth in this palette compared to what I already have from her. And I actually have her I Need a Nude palette right next to me. And, it's crazy how cooler this actually looks if you're comparing it to the actual palette. Let me switch to a better screen. So like this screen where you can actually see the palette in its like warm tone fullness. It's crazy seeing it compared to this one. It's truly interesting. But for me, I always felt like this was a good reach for like an everyday look. So I don't know. I definitely can see me picking this up later on with like Ulta points or something. But is this something I'm going to run out to pick up? No, I didn't pick it up before. And I feel like, it's cute. I'll probably add it to my collection, but it's not necessary for me. I just told you guys I'm wearing the Singe blushes. Like I said, I picked up two shades. When it comes to Singe, at least right now, the one YouTuber that I see that gets PR from them that has the darkest skin tone, it's Karen Harris. So what I like to do is I will wait for her to do whatever type of content. Usually she does some form of short content with like stuff like this, and then she'll do it in like a long form video later on. She did a short form video on Instagram pretty quickly, actually, showcasing these and the other two blushes. And I felt like these were the two that were up my alley that I knew would actually work for me. She also showcased the orange that is on the screen. And the orange to me just really did not give what I personally would have wanted it to give. So I decided to pass on picking that up. Like I said, I swatched those earlier today, and I will have an Instagram short, no, an Instagram reel and a YouTube short for it coming up hopefully soon. But Yeah, I like them so far. It definitely gives a beautiful sheen, not overly sheeny. Like I said, I've had this makeup on for quite some time now, so it's probably that, but I am really enjoying the blush for the first time using it. NYX. So NYX has quite a few things actually that I'm going to be talking about today. So far, I think I have the Halloween first because that was the first thing showcased. But in a couple of products, I'll be talking about their Christmas collection. I don't buy a lot of drugstore. I know I did just recently do a drugstore like full face, and I really have enjoyed quite a bit of the products that I picked up there. But it's not a category of makeup that I tend to say that I'm like an expert on, if you will. And so for me, I find that although this looks cute, it's not perfect. And because it's not perfect for me, I'm just going to go ahead and skip. There's so much makeup that I know I'm going to want to pick up that I would rather pick up the things that I really, really want and, not necessarily stress over the other things. I think I'm going to put some more lighting on, right? Just give me 1 second. I feel like it's super, super dark. I thought it would look okay, but with the black background on my 1 second, 1 second. Okay, hopefully, are we back on the screen? Yeah. Hopefully that's better. It feels like it's better. It's probably not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying. We should have already been like at the end of this video, but it took me forever to figure out how to get YouTube to allow me to go live. But like I said, as for this next collection, it's going to be a pass for me, just not something that I'm interested in. ColourPop. So ColourPop has been super quiet, and I think there's only one additional product that we're going to talk about today that ColourPop actually has released and talked about. And for this product, it is their long-wearing lipsticks. I believe this is it's a powder like finish, very similar to MAC. MAC used to have their powder matte lipstick formula. I had one or two of those. I don't think I have them anymore. I'm not a matte lip girly anymore. I've been down that road. It's not the road for me. I really like a glossy lip. So that's the route that I'm going to stick in. And I'll continue to hoard the lip balms, the lip oils, all that jazz. But as for this, I kind of like that the direction of the makeup industry is going a little bit more matte in all avenues. I feel like a lot more brands are coming out with matte foundations, matte this, matte that, and now matte lip products. And even liquid lipsticks, I feel like are starting to slowly make a resurgence, which is perfect. That means it's one less thing that I have to pick up. And so, yeah, I definitely personally will not be picking these up. And I'm happy about that. I've got to close some of these tabs. There's so many tabs, so many tabs. Got to close them. Keep it going. Okay. So this is a collection that I actually really wanted to support. This is from Blend. This is between Blend Bunny and Donnie Dorvich. I probably butchered that her name. I'm so sorry. But the collection is called Little Miss She Never Misses. And for me, although I really want to support this because I actually really love this creator. She's a really good creator on Instagram. She does a lot of really detailed intrinsic looks. I really think they're cool. For me, the collection was just not perfect. And right now it just needs to be a really nice collection. So unfortunately, I went ahead and just skipped. I may go ahead and actually pick up the lip set for a reason that we'll be talking about at the very, very end of this video. Blend Bunny just released another product, and I'm kind of interested in trying that and actually need another one of those products. So it'll be good to have that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the route that I'm going to go with this. But otherwise, I think it looks really pretty. It makes sense perfect sense for the creator. And I think in a lot of times, right, creators have to really thread that line where they have to do something that works for them, but also for the brand. And I think just unfortunately, what worked good for her, it doesn't necessarily make sense for the brand because they already have a lot of colorful rainbow type palettes. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and skip. But the formula is really good from this brand. So if you are interested in this palette, I could easily recommend it just based on the formula alone because I have numerous palettes from them. Patrick Ta. And you guys can always feel free to like comment how you feel about certain things. And I will, like I said, I'll try my best to comment back. And if you have questions, let your girl know. So Patrick Ta, he came out with a new foundation, and this is the Luminous Foundation. It's the Major Skin Hydro Luxe Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. And this is supposed to be lightweight, luminous, serum-like inspired ingredients, medium coverage, boost radiance, blurs perfections, blending, all that jazz. There's a lot of things for this foundation. It is $58. I've seen a lot of people review this palette, foundation, and I haven't seen any really good reviews. And this is a combination between people from dry skin to oily skin and everybody in between. I wasn't particularly interested in the actual foundation, thankfully, so I didn't spend my money on it. But I mean, I hope it works for somebody, but I haven't seen it work for anybody. But the range seems decent. So there is that. But I'm definitely gonna skip. Another Another complexion type item is MAC. So MAC has come out with a revitalization of their concealer. It seems like they're reformatting and kind of configuring their whole range in general. Because I want to say they've also recently done numerous lip ranges, just redone them. But this is a concealer, and this is supposed to be their instant conceal and hydrate. It's supposed to brighten and diminish the look of dark circles, all that jazz. It's not available yet, but it is currently available in Europe. It's not available in the US at least. It's available in Europe though. I know MAC has a decent range. I've never actually looked at what my shade is. I know at one point I had a cream product from them that I was using as a cream bronzer, and I want to say that was NW50. So I'm probably somewhere around NW45-ish when it comes to my skin, like my complexion. But I've never gotten a MAC foundation, so I have absolutely no context for that. It looks fine. I mean, to me, they could definitely go darker, easily go darker, but I'm not really checking for MAC in the grand scheme of things personally. So it's an easy thing to go ahead and skip. Ooh, let me refresh this. Hopefully it comes back. Yep. Victoria Beckham. So I've done quite a bit of damage at Victoria Beckham's website previously, where I pretty much got one thing from every product that they had available. And what I will say is that I actually really enjoyed 90% of the products. But this is one of those stupid feather tipped concealers. Not for me. Not for me. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. I don't like certain types of packaging. And at this point, even if the actual product is good, the packaging is not for me. So I'm just going to easily skip this. It's unfortunate because I would love to try more from Victoria Beckham, but I refuse to buy something with this type of feather packaging. It just doesn't seem hygienic and not for me. Not for me. If you're enjoying the live stream so far, I know it's pretty early on, but I would love it if you gave me a huge thumbs up. And if you are, oh no, that's got to go. Every 2 seconds, there's a commercial. I don't know how that happened. But if you're enjoying this video, I would love if you give me a huge thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. So, Benefit is coming out with their holiday collection. This is a huge launch. They do numerous launches. So, this is just the first of many. They usually have a whole big collection on their website, and then they have exclusive releases for both Sephora and Ulta. I believe what we're seeing right now is the huge launch for their website. Not much of this is like dark skin friendly, if we're being honest, outside of the brow product sets, which I mean, I think Benefit's brow products are nice. I think their mascaras are nice, but Benefit's not one of those brands that I really look for. If anything, I would have been interested in potentially trying this darker looking blush, which is cherry, but I know that I can't get use out of that bronzer, and I know I can't get use out of that highlighter. So this is going to be an easy pass for me. I'm not going to pick up anything from Benefit. I almost never do. I know that this huge advent calendar is actually on Ulta right now. So in case you're interested and you're a huge Benefit fan, I would definitely say go ahead and check that out. But in the grand scheme of things for me, it's just not the move. I'm gonna save my money. You will see I have spent some money. I have bought some things and I'm excited for those things. And so I'm just gonna keep my money for that and skip anything else that I'm just not even slightly interested in. Another release that I'm just not interested in personally when it comes to holiday is Laneige. So they're coming out with multiple sets and multiple kind of limited editions, uh, scents or flavors, if you will, of their lip balms. Not for me. Not for me. I had one, I used it, and then my friend gave me a full size one, and I don't even know where it is. Have absolutely no understanding of where that is. It's probably somewhere in these drawers, but I don't use it enough. It's just not something that I use. What I will say is that I do prefer the like balm packaging where you can actually use it as like a lip balm. The one where you have to put your finger in it, not a huge fan of those personally. I prefer not having to put my finger in a balm, but to each its own. And I understand that that's more of a sleeping mask. So at that point, you've washed your hands, you've washed your face, you're about to go to bed. So you can just like feel comfortable putting your finger in the packaging, but still not for me. Easy pass, saving some money. Yes, I am. Ooh, hi. Have never bought from Benefit. Don't think I'd either buy. Yeah, definitely agree. I have bought from Benefit. I have a bronzer from them. What else do I have from them? I've had mascaras from them. And like I said, they're all decent, but Benefit's not one of those brands that I feel like I'm going to die if I don't try them again. And I feel at this point, you're getting to the end of the year. You know, you want to buy stuff for yourself, you want to buy stuff for friends and family and other loved ones. And you really need to start to be even more critical than before on what you're bringing in. And just for me, Benefit is just not one of those brands that I will ever truly run to buy anything from at the end of this year. I was really interested in that bronzer, and I will say the bronzer worked. I ended up depotting it because the packaging was just so unnecessarily bulky. And it's in some packaging. I think I still have it potentially, but once I depotted it, I kind of forgot about it and I just never used it again. So yeah, I completely understand your perspective when it comes to Benefit. So Dyson is coming out with a new color in their range. It looks like it's specifically for their hair wrap, their air wrap. I said hair wrap. It's an air wrap. And they also have, I guess, different versions of the air wrap. So they have a multi-styler, a straightener, and the dryer. Oh, so they have it in all three of their like main devices. Didn't get that. Okay, now I got it. Um, I mean, honestly, I almost never put heat on my hair. And when I do, I have my pattern hair dryer. I love that thing. I love that the clips stay on the dryer. So even when I use it to actually brush out or dry out my hair, the clip doesn't pop off. I'm not saying the clip would pop off on this type of product, but it's just not something that I personally need, and these are insanely expensive. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. Hey, Lock Maton, how are you? I hope you guys are all doing well, enjoying the evening. This is going to be very mellow, very chill, per usual for me. But I figured it would be kind of fun to do this in a different way. And hopefully, if I get the hang of this and actually can start on time, more people can show up during the actual live. So, Makeup Revolution has come out with another collaboration. This one is with Mean Girls. I feel like this is late, right? Because the Mean Girls, the musical, was the last thing that came out from them. And I feel like that happened, what, a year or two ago? Either way, they have this release, and in it, they have a whole bunch of stuff. This is just not it for me. It looks like something that maybe when I was in high school, I might have been interested in. I know that Makeup Revolution actually has decent quality, at least the last couple of things that I tried from them. I haven't tried anything from them in a couple of years, but nothing in this collection screams to me. It looks very, very, I don't want to say it, but high schoolish to me. And it's just going to be, once again, another very easy pass. Like I said, don't worry. I did spend money and we got a whole bunch of tabs to go through. So, yeah, we got a lot more. Well, you'll see where I actually did some damage. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I've had a long day. Had a long day. I had my last day of a 5-day stretch of work this morning. Technically, I got off work at 9. Uh, I got like maybe 2 hours of sleep and I've been up ever since. So I'm very surprised I'm still awake, but we're going to keep riding that wave. And I'm glad I was able to completely get this live off the ground. It took a while. It took a while. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I'm happy that you enjoy my perspective for the 2 cents that it provides to you and to myself. Because, the brain cells sometimes don't be rubbing together all that well. The next product I want to talk about is the latest thing from Maybelline. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying a lot of matte lip products are really starting to catch on. A lot of brands are really starting to create a more updated version of liquid lipsticks. So Maybelline's come out with this Teddy Tint. So this is supposed to be a buildable color for blurred matte effect, and it's supposed to be plush light feel. This is something that's been available in the K beauty space for years. Years. So this is not something that they're reinventing the wheel by any mean. I literally have, I think I found like 2 or 3 of this similar type of product literally in my desk today when I was reorganizing. And I bought them from YesStyle last year because I haven't made an order from YesStyle this year. And what I will say once again, I just really enjoy a colorful, a glossy lip. I just don't want matte. I don't want matte. And what I do want matte, I already have. So there's no reason for me to pick up anything. I will say this beautiful, like warm toned brown. Let me see if I can get a closer version of her. Let's see. It's probably this one. Although that looks really light, right? Or maybe that one. It's this color, for whatever it's worth. This one right here, that one looks really, really pretty. It looks like something I would want and I would get so much use out of and so many compliments wearing. But at the end of the day, I don't like matte lips. So I would just be putting a gloss or a balm on top. And for that, I can use the products that I already have. So I'm going to be skipping on that, but I'm sure it's, uh-oh, uh-oh, what happened? Are we good? I think we're good. Okay. Um, what was I saying? I'm gonna skip on this, but I'm sure it's super reasonable, like price wise, like maybe $12 or something like that. Dion, I saw that you did a live today. I'm so sorry. I didn't even know you were doing a live, or I wouldn't have conflicted because I haven't been able to catch your lives in a minute, in a full minute. But Lock made it. I will say there is quite a bit from Yes Style that I like that works for me. I want to say last year. Oh no, that can't be good. What was that sound? Are we okay? Oh my goodness, this camera. I want to say last year I did a video where I talked about my top products that I recommend for people of color off of Yes Style, I believe. If not, I had mentally thought to do it. Um, so if I can find that when I go back to like post this video, I'll put it in the description or my pinned comment. Otherwise, I'll plan that video for you guys because I definitely think that it's something that not a lot of people know. You can definitely get some really good gems from Yes Style, even for us darker skin beauties. I agree. I definitely agree that like having a good variety of lip formulas is good. And that's why I was saying I don't feel I need to bring any more matte lip products in because I already have matte lip products from the original craze, but they have to be comfortable. There's no reason for us to be doing those dry, suffocating liquid lipsticks that we used to tell ourselves were comfortable when they truly aren't. Like nobody has time. Nobody has time for that. No worries, no worries. I will definitely get that video. Yeah, I think I there's some tweaks that I need to make for the next live. Trust and believe. I'm learning so much just from doing this one. So, one of the many palettes that Hourglass has released for holiday is this one, and they released a collaboration with Barney's. This ain't dark enough. It's not gonna work for me. So I didn't even play myself by getting this one. This one I did not get because I knew it was just not dark enough for me. So I'm not going to even talk too much about this. I think you have to go on Barney's website. I don't even if does Barney's have a website? No, Barney's doesn't have a website because they closed. I don't even know where to get this. I'm sure I linked it down below. Let's see. Oh, you can get it on the Hourglass website now or their pop-up store. So I'm sure that's where the link goes to down below. Like I said, there are some other palettes from Hourglass. We'll get to whether I pick those up or not when we get to them. Um, but yeah, crazy things. Honestly, have you guys ever shopped at Barney's? I don't know what they have available. Never tried. Never tried. Let me know. Is there anything good from Barney's if they're still a thing? But I'm pretty sure they're no longer. YSL is coming out with some liquid blushes. As you can see, it looks like this is actually a darker skin arm that they did these swatches, which is why I actually wanted to talk about these. They look halfway decent. Am I going to pay YSL prices for a liquid blush? I don't think so. I did see recently Kaki do a review on the matte version of these, I'm pretty sure, and she didn't seem all that impressed. So I think I'm going to skip, even though it looks like it actually does show up on our darker skin. And I'm happy about that. But there's so many cream blushes that I want, so many cream blushes that I brought in recently. I just don't need to bring in things that like I'm halfway on the fence about. Oh, that's really dumb that they would do that. But then again, that's Hourglass, right? They love to recycle the color stories of their palettes and then just add a new cover on there. So there is that. Ugh, it's been so long since I prepped these windows that they all kind of went away. Makeup by Mario. He came out with two new products for his Surreal Skin range. And if you guys did not know, I previously had 2 foundations from him. I've finished one of them, and I think I have the other one. Honestly, I don't know. I've been really, like, focusing on my Project Pan items, so I have absolutely no idea what's in my, like, makeup collection in like the actual storage over here. But yeah, I thought that the foundation was nice. I actually really did like it. I love the skin like finish. Absolutely love that. But the longevity was not truly there. I'm sure with an added bonus of these items, then you'll probably get more longevity. I don't find myself really collecting setting spray, so I can easily pass by that. I literally just bought a new setting spray from Elf when I was doing the full face of drugstore, so I definitely don't need that. And as for the powder, I don't do loose powders. So this is going to be another easy, easy skip for me. It's just not something that I need to pick up, which, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, is really, really good because I picked up so many things, so many things. Yeah, I don't think Barney's was a very popular store for 90% of the demographics in the US, because I'm pretty sure they were US only, but I could be completely wrong. Viseart revamped their neutral matte palette, and I understand why they did this, but I just don't think that it was necessary. Like, I don't think people are really checking for this palette. Don't get me wrong, the formula that Viseart comes out with is fantastic, absolutely great. But they are very much, I would say, a makeup artist brand. I think it's just better for makeup artists to buy from them because of the quantity of eyeshadow. There are plenty of other brands that are not curated or catering to makeup artists that give that amount of eyeshadow, but they have the aesthetic that a makeup artist wants, right? They have the all matte palettes, the all shimmer palettes. They don't really mix in between. And so, specifically with this range, you can really see how they're catering towards that demographic. And the likelihood, I guess, maybe a makeup artist would actually go through their palettes quicker than like us. So maybe it's worth it, but it's not something I need. It's $80. It's the exact same palette. They just revamped it. And I think they changed the packaging pretty much. So I believe that's all that changed on that one. Another thing I'm gonna skip, although it is closer to what I actually prefer when it comes to a lip product than quite a few of the newer lip products that are coming out, and these are lip vinyls, and these are coming from YSL again. They're coming out with quite a bit of lip products, and these vinyls are similar, I'm sure, to the vinyls of old, right? So you get a strong amount of color, but you get a strong gloss as well. At least historically, these used to be very goopy, very messy, very unnecessary. And I mean, is that going to be the same situation for these? Who knows? I haven't tried them. I don't think they're even available yet. Yeah, they don't come available until they actually don't say when they're available, but they're so we don't know. But I just, the horror of those vinyls years ago, they scarred me, and I just don't need another. So, easy, easy pass for me. Once again, saving me some moolah. I'm sure these were like $50. I'm sure $50 for one. This is something I actually considered picking up. Okay. I strongly considered picking it up, but I decided to pass and I will explain. So, this is the Sigma, what's it called? The Little Mermaid collaboration. And they have like 4 different items, and we'll talk about each item. So, first, they have an eyeshadow palette. And in this eyeshadow palette, they actually released their very first multi chrome. And that really had me like perk up. I was really excited. I was like, well, maybe here we go again. Oh no. Did my battery die? Oh goodness. Are we going to be able to continue? Are we back? Let's see. Come on. Yeah, we're back. Okay. I don't know how much more we'll be able to talk about because I think my battery's gonna keep dying. And there's so much to talk about. So maybe I'll just have to do this a little bit more frequently. But let's keep going. So they had the multi-chromes in the eyeshadow palette, and it's only one, but I was really just intrigued to try the multi-chrome from Sigma because I know that the other formulas that I've tried, I've only tried one eyeshadow palette from them, but it was fantastic. Was it basic? Was it boring? Yes, but it was a fantastic formula, very solid formula. I think it's definitely an underrated formula that a lot of people just ignore because they don't really have really intriguing color stories. But I really wanted to try it for the multi-chrome. I was pretty confident that this blush was going to be too light for me, so I wasn't even interested in that. But I love the packaging, right? The packaging looks so cute, and that would be like a nice little collector's edition. Am I really a huge fan of The Little Mermaid? No. So I was able to talk myself down from that. And these are lip products. Now, I thought that one was a like lip cream. Yeah. So it's one lip cream and two lip oils. Do I need any more lip oils? No. And I don't need a lip cream. So I was kind of able to talk myself out of this. I don't like their brushes like this. I like their normal standard brushes. But the eyeshadow palette, I'm still kind of on the fence about. The color scheme is really not the best in my opinion, but I'm interested to try the multi-chrome. I could always wait for the next palette that I'm sure they're going to release a multi-chrome, and that's probably the smartest thing to do, and that's probably what I will end up doing. But I'm definitely interested in trying more from Sigma. I think the brand is solid, even though I'm having, a little bit of issues with this tint today. I think overall the brand is actually quite good and comes out with some really, really solid products. Very, very solid products. This is just stupid. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is just stupid. So this is the Tarte Glow Primer, and this you like roll it on, and it's supposed to blur the look of your pores, lock in moisture. You're supposed to be able to wear it alone or under makeup, give you a radiant glow finish under foundation. I don't like the packaging. I've already told you guys earlier with that Victoria Beckham concealer. I can be at this point in 2024, right? I feel like everybody can be very critical and very picky when it comes to the type of products you're going to pick up based on the packaging. This is not packaging that I want, so I'm definitely not going to be picking this up. I will be talking about a similar product that I'm very interested in, and I might be picking up sooner than I thought. But yeah, this is it's a no for me. It is a no for me. So I actually have their corrector duo. Let's see. I think I have it here on my desk. Yeah. So I have the dark to deep, of course, right? And these are the two shades. So this is the like more concealing shade, and I think it's showing true in the video. So this is the concealer shade, and this is the like more skin tone shade. The way I like to use this is I like to use it with my finger, and then I will blend it out with whatever method I put my foundation on. I don't really need to conceal. Like, it's not a thing for me. I don't really have like deep under eye bags or like really dark, like, it's just not a thing for me. But what I will do is for a more like natural vibe, I will blend them both together very minimally, and it works. And I was considering doing a demonstration of like a full face of Sigma. So if you're interested in seeing that before you potentially buy the duo, let me know, because that was something that I like mentally was planning to do after I got my thoughts on the tint, so I could show you guys like a full face of the brand on my skin. That's the shade I need. I like the blending. Yeah, yeah, of course, of course, of course. Don't mind me. I'm just writing things down so I don't forget. So, this is the Gucci highlighter. So, I have a Gucci highlighter from years past, holidays past, when I went shopping with one of my friends that I actually met on social media. And she doesn't do YouTube anymore. And I think she changed her Instagram name. Her Instagram name used to be Beauty and Monolids. I don't actually remember what her name is now, but her name is Katie. She's a very nice person. But anyways, I actually went to her wedding. It was so sweet. The highlighters. I want to be interested in highlighters. I really, really do. But I know that I don't finish highlighters. I know that this is going to be expensive, $59 for a highlighter. And I know that there's nothing new. They're not reinventing the wheel here. I've seen one or two people apply this highlighter, and what I can remember is that it was like very kind of gelled like effect. So it looked like it kind of really blended into the skin, but it was a beaming kind of baked chalet effect on the skin. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I would love to get this, but not for $59. I don't have $59 for that. I just moved. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, yes. There's so many things that I want to try to get up before all of the holiday sales because, at the end of the day, that's the time to really be making moves, buying stuff because you get the stuff that you already knew you wanted. You've done your research, figured out that's what's going to work for you, and you get it at the best possible deal. And as I always say, 30% or more. That's it. When it comes to holiday, don't ever let them get you with a 20% off sale. Yes, I know a lot of people buy a lot of stuff from the Sephora VIB sale. And don't get me wrong, I've done that, but like it's never the best. It's never the best sale that you're going to get. Oh my God. I get what you mean because it was the circle. Oh my God. The birth control. Oh my gosh. These are nice, but I will pass. If I look at them for too long, I might black out and purchase. Honestly, some of the things that I purchased, that's pretty much what happened. I think that like I had too many people telling me that they were beautiful and that they worked on the skin. And then I just was like, well, let's get her. But hopefully it's helpful for you guys if have get them in time to review them before, it's irrelevant or sold out. Yeah, it's really a 30% or more, man. And that also helps you to minimize what you're going to actually pick up and what you're not. So Armani is coming out with some new stuff, which honestly, I didn't even know they were still a beauty brand. I guess I want to say they're no longer sold at Sephora because I haven't seen them sold there, but I don't actually look for them. They're like a level of luxury that I don't want to get to. There are certain things, okay, I'll buy, but that's a level I do not want to reach. So it's an easy pass for me on that principle alone. It's not available to my knowledge on their website or retailers. It is currently available at in Europe though. And I guess let's see, let's read some information. It's a pearly illuminating fluid with a natural blend to sculpt your face from every angle. Mm-mm. Nope. I honestly am not a huge fan of liquid highlighters anyway, so that was already a reason not to pick that up. But then the knowing of the price tag, because if that Gucci pressed highlighter was $59, I can only imagine that that's going to be like 60. Easy, easy. Covergirl. Did I skip? I skipped the NYX holiday. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? Covergirl. They're coming out with a Halloween release, and it is 9 shades of their Outlast Satin Stain. No. What is this? This looks like a Sharpie. Mm-mm. So clearly, this is the first time that I've seen this. I apologize for my face. Mm-mm, mm-mm. This it literally looks like a Sharpie. Like imagine, because I know y'all have used these, especially like the what was it? It used to be the whiteout pens, not the ones that you would use for paper, but the ones that you would use to like clean a mistake on like the wall or whatever. And you know how you would get that one little ball of cotton that would be stuck, and then you'd have to try to pluck it off the tip because then it would, like, that's what this is giving. No. Mm-mm. The orange did not look flattering. It really didn't. You ain't said not one lie. It looks see through. You are so true. I actually thought it was eyeliner too. I thought it was eyeliner. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I put it in here to talk about. Otherwise, I wouldn't even played myself if we're being honest, because I know I would have judged it. So, ABH is coming out with a tinted brow gel. And there was a moment where I thought this would be cute, but then I remembered, Blake, what type of brow gels do you use? Clear. I use clear brow gels. I don't use tinted brow gels because the way that I like to shellac my brow hairs down after I filled them in with the brow pencil, this would be coloring in then my foundation. That's not what I want. So this is going to be a pass for me. ABH, as you guys I'm sure know, are great with brow products. So I'm sure this is great, but it's just not for me. It's not for me. I am going to easily pass, but I'm sure for those who want like a one and done brow and they don't want to have to use a brow pencil and then a brow gel, I'm sure that actually is a great product. It's just not the way that I like to do my brows. Balmain is coming out with a range of perfumes. They're extremely expensive. I know they were a fashion house at first, and then I want to say they came out with something else before perfumes. I don't know what it was. I know they sneak peeked that they were going to do beauty, and I think this is the first thing in the beauty sphere that they've released. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you see how expensive these bottles are? $300 for 50 milliliters. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't spent some money on perfumes, but no, 300 for a 50 milliliter bottle. Do you know how small 50 milliliters is? 50 milliliters is small. I want to say this is like 20, and this is the closest perfume I have. Hold on, let me find one because y'all have to see. It's not very big, and you can actually get through a 50 milliliter bottle in a very quick time period. Hold on. Okay, I didn't want to be away for too long. But think about this. This is the Joe Malone perfume. I'm sure you know the Joe Malone perfumes because she's a very popular brand. This is the 30 milliliter. And this is expensive. Don't get me wrong, but add maybe a little bit more. So think about adding like the full top of the cap. And that's like your 50 milliliter. Let's say that's roughly that for $300. I can get through this in a month. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Honestly, I was going to take the time to like talk about these and all that. I'm not going to even try to look at too closely at those because I don't want to be convinced that there are a scent profile there that I would love. It's not for me. It's not for me. Another Halloween release that's coming out is a collaboration between Peanuts and Profusion. Do you guys try Profusion? I know they're available at Walmart. When I was living in Maryland, Walmart was really not a very convenient store. Here in North Carolina, it actually is. Is Profusion a brand that you like? Is it a brand you shop for? Do you check for them? Let me know. No, that was not the House of Siage. That was Balmain. And they just released a range of perfumes. House of Siage, they are established. So I would be okay with that. I actually have a perfume or two. I have the like travel size or like a sample of theirs, but like that I would understand. But Balmain, you are not established. Mm-mm. Have seen Profusion, but never shopped. Yeah. I've never seen them in TJ Maxx or Marshalls, to be fair. I've never seen them. But I wouldn't put it past. I mean, that's the perfect kind of demographic, right? You got people who want things that are affordable, understandably, because who wants to spend an obscene amount of money on makeup, except for me, obviously. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. You're right. There's so many budget-friendly perfume brands that it really doesn't make sense. It just depends on how complex you want it. And in the grand scheme of things, all of these brands that are duping the even more complex perfumes, there really is no point in buying the original if you're not like a label person. You know what I mean? You could definitely wait a month or two and get the product duped out by a brand that dupes out the really popular ones. Just like I have Baccarat Rouge, but I have it in like three different forms, right? Because I have the original, I have Cloud 2.0 from REM, and then I have the scent from Sol de Janeiro, you know? So there's so many different ways to get a scent profile that you really don't have to buy the really expensive version. It just depends on if that's something that you look forward to having the more expensive version or if you just want the scent. Understandable. Yeah, larger palettes are just unnecessary at this point because how much makeup do you really need? I mean, this is coming from me. So I'm not judging, but at the end of the day, like right now, do I really need this eyeshadow palette? I think it's like 20 something shades. I don't. I don't. I really don't. I mean, and everything else in this collection really, it's cutesy. I would say this is cuter than like the Makeup Revolution Mean Girls collaboration, or even quite a bit of the other drugstore that we've talked about today. But in the grand scheme of things, nothing in here is screaming that it's going to match what I have already purchased or what I want to pick up. And that's the key. You have to scream to me that you're important enough in these last 3 months. Another thing, not important enough. Wet and Wild. I mean, the packaging looks cheap. The color schemes don't even look like they'll work on my skin tone. What is that? Is that a bag? Oh, that's a makeup bag. Okay. I thought that was a blush. I'm not going to lie. And then I guess this is a powder. Yeah, that's a translucent powder. Okay. So that's helpful, right? You don't need that to be too expensive. I like affordable, just good powders. I can't say that I've had the best experience with Wet and Wild powders, but I also haven't tried them since I've had a better skincare routine, since I've had better eating habits, all of that, which definitely changes how your skin reacts and how oily and, unoily or whatever your skin uh type is. It'll change depending on your activity level, your water level, your dietary, um, your diet, that. So yeah, I haven't tried their powder since, but it's just, when things just don't hit, that is just not hitting. It's not hitting for me. 100%. We've been having collabs since what, 2015, when brands started to realize that makeup was actually the new thing. It's like they weren't trying to make fetch happen. Fetch is actually happening. And now it's happening too much that we're trying to stop it from happening. It's just too much. It's too much. even today, right? How many times have I talked about a collaboration? Now, collaboration with, influencers or whatever, to me, that's different, right? Maybe it's because I'm an influencer, but that I don't mind. But the collaborations with the random IPs, those unnecessary. It's just so unnecessary. Oh, see, you just convinced me that powder is not for me because I drop things left and right. Left and right. This perfume bottle, dented. The cap, dented. Dented to high heavens. So I do not need that powder because it'll shatter and I'll be mad. Mad. So that is not for me. Yeah. Yep. You're right. You're right. A lot of brands are doing the same collaborations. And that's because the IPs are like, oh, you want to collab? Sure. You want to collab? Sure. Because at the end of the day, that helps them to be more popular. Look at how many releases or collaborations we've seen for Beetlejuice. Even the stuff that I'm not going to be talking about today. I mean, you got them in different industries. It's not just the beauty industry that Beetlejuice is collaborating with. Eventually, at the end, I have a collaboration. I think it's Elf and Tinder. Why? Why? The world will never know. It won't. And it won't stop until people stop purchasing it, until people stop making money. That's when they'll stop doing these collaborations. Westman Atelier is doing a new concealer. And ooh, is that the shade range? Oh. Honestly, it doesn't go very light and it doesn't go very dark. It's just that's not a good shade range. It's available if case you're interested. $48, 16 shades. It's supposed to be blendable coverage concealer, clinically shown to reduce the look of dark circles. It's supposed to hydrate, visibly brighten, and smooth. I just told you guys I don't have dark circles. It's not something that I struggle with. Uh, Buildable, I would assume based on that, it's probably somewhere around light to medium coverage, and then you can build up obviously for more coverage. But that shade range is it's a mess. It's a mess. So I'm not going to even try to support that, even just on that. And honestly, I've never tried the brand, and I prefer not to try brands for the first time based on their complexion. I actually prefer either cheek products or eyeshadows if I'm going to try a brand for the first time. This is actually really cool. One thing I love about Danessa Myricks is she constantly does some form of innovation. And for me, that keeps the industry running. That keeps me involved. So she has this eyeshadow palette, right? And it's another one of her lightwork palettes, which that's not the innovative part of it. The innovative part of it is that each color story can be popped out and it's a six pan. And what you can do is actually stack those six pans together. And if you see, let me see this part. This part right here, this little plate, that can actually become the top of your like to go palette. I think you can also potentially mix and match the colors. That might not be a thing, but I know you can stack each individual color scheme. And if you're somebody who, let's say you only like two color schemes, or let's say you want to do a really small magnetic palette because you're traveling and you just want the neutrals out of the six neutrals, right? You can just take that top, put that in your palette or in your makeup bag, and then have a little mini palette that has some mattes, and you're good to go. I love this. Now, granted, could you use the single pan palettes or pans that we all have? Yes, you could. But I love it. I do like it. $128, I would never pay. Usually these are still available towards the end of the holiday season. I would wait until then. And Danessa Myricks also does a pretty decent sale every year on her site, let alone at least getting 20% off through Sephora. So those are my 2 cents. I love the innovation. I love the uniqueness to it. But She's expensive. She is expensive. Okay, let me see. I think I missed some comments. I think in our world of social media, brands collabs are something for the shock factor. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like I said, that Tinder one, unnecessary. Why? Although, honestly, have you seen the commercials for Tinder? Just like tangentially, let's have a little side conversation because they've been popping up on my TV, like when I watch off of my Roku, and they're really trying to market themselves for what they are not. They're really trying. I don't think they'll succeed, though. I really don't think they'll succeed. But you don't want to. I understand. I understand. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm going to buy it because I probably won't. I haven't bought any of these. And the one that I would have bought, it was like pallets ago. And unless she unlocks her vault, I probably will never buy one of these because I would have bought the one that was like fully neutral and it was the circular pans. But it's cute. I like it. But I don't get any use out of the blues. I don't ever really use blues anymore. Agreed. For $128, you gotta love every shade. But like I said, I know you can get that on sale. Like every year, I see these on sale every year without fail. So, I mean, if you like 90% of the shades, and you swatch them and you know it's the texture that you want and everything, I'd say wait if you really want it. Okay. So that means you like that palette then, the volume 3 experience. I don't think I remember what that one looks like. But the one that I wanted was like the all neutral one that had the circle pans. I couldn't tell you which volume it was though. On the side, someone needs. Uh-oh, glam light. To be fair, I don't actually think I have anything to talk about with them. Maybe that's because the new makeup release pages haven't redone them. Yes, 100%, 30% or more. For Danessa Myricks, 30% or more. I don't think I have anything to talk about when it comes to glam light, but maybe I'll have to if we have the time and if you guys are interested, we can look to see what they have new because I'm sure they got something new. It's glam light, and I'm sure it's 10,000 collaborations that I haven't known about. Too Faced, very similar to Tarte, does a whole lot of holiday releases, a whole lot of releases. These are not typically for people like us. These are for people who only want one palette or one product for their year. It makes complete sense. I get it, but it's not really intriguing. Do I like this little neutral palette? Yeah. And like if it was like $5 and I needed $5 to put in a cart at my Ulta to get like free shipping or something, I throw that in the cart. But am I going to get it right now? Absolutely not. That 4-pan blush, I doubt it's going to work for me. This one's not my alley. It I can make it work, but it's just not for me. I don't wear those types of colors really right now. I would really wear this, but that light peachy color, I don't know if it would work. It shows that it has pigment, but we know how brands are when it comes to swatches. So this is definitely going to be something that I skip. I believe this is now available at Ulta, and I want to say that's where I have it linked down below. And if I didn't say at the beginning, everything that's not already linked down below in the description, I already have prepped, and I will link it in a pinned comment once we're done with this live at the end. So just stay tuned for that in case you want to shop through my affiliate links, which I do appreciate if you do. And no big deal if you don't. No big deal at all. I don't know what this is. It doesn't want to show. Oh, this is the Vive. Okay, let's find her on this one. Let's see if we can find her really quickly. There's still so much to talk about. So here it is. Vive came out with a tint, and this is supposed to also have, I think, foundation or not foundation, sunscreen in it. It's medium to buildable coverage, and it's 20 shades of like I said, a tint. I think my did it just turn off or did it no, it just turned off. Okay. Yeah, I really need to figure out a hack so that this camera stops turning off. I'm coming back. There we are. Um I think this is really cool, but I don't want to buy too many tints right now, right? I think foundations are really having their moment. Tints are having their moment, and I don't want to buy too many and have a surplus like I tend to always do. So I'm intrigued, and I haven't really dove as much as I want to in Vive. Have I bought anything from Vive? I think I bought a handful of things, but I haven't bought nearly as much as I'd want. So we'll see, maybe in the future. But I think right now I'm going to wait, especially if I decide to get another shade of this to give that a better shot. Oh, they sneak peeked a holiday collab? Oh, goodness. Ew, what? Okay, hold on. We gotta, I'm gonna pull this up, right? Meow. Let's see. Glam light. Oh, actually, I should do that probably on this. Let's go to this. Glam light. Because I haven't seen it. Is it this? No, that's Chucky. Hmm. It's below. Oh, this one? Oh no, this says last chance. That collaboration wasn't even all that good, if we're being honest. What is this? Oh, this is 4 days ago. Oh, okay, it's probably this. Are you ready, Michael? Didn't they already have that? Okay. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I'm far from impressed. But to be fair, I'm not really into scary movies at all. Like you will never catch me watching a scary movie unless forced. So yeah, yeah, I completely agree that it looks like they used the exact same compact or like component, if you will, for that little backpack thing, which I heard a lot of people saying that they wanted different things for the backpack because like it was open. Like if you open the zipper, I want to say there was like no uh what's it called? No zippers or no pockets. That's what it is. There were no pockets in it. So like I hope they at least updated the component, even though they used the similar structure of it. Because yeah, they can miss me with all them scary things. Jason, Freddy, Cougar, all them things. I don't know which one is which, and I don't want to. I don't want to because I'm scared. I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to that. I love Halloween. I don't like scared. I don't like scared. I don't like to be scared though. Hindash is coming out with some highlighters, and I'm not gonna lie, I was on his website. I was about to check out. I really was. But like I said, how often do I really finish highlighter? One. But also, the color that I was interested in, they don't advertise for my skin tone. I'm trying to get to it. Doesn't look like they have a close up look at it. It's this one. This is the one that I'm most interested in. This like peachy, pink color. It's a color that I have. That's why I'm interested in it because I enjoy those colors. Um, no, I'm good. It didn't look like a whole lot. And we'll see. Maybe after some reviews, I'll be like, I really need this. It is apparently a hybrid gel powder highlighter, sheer glow. Sheer glow. See, no, it's a sheer glow to an ultimate shimmer fantasy. This transparent transparent structure features pearlescent pigments in their purest form and layers up for maximum shimmer dimension on the no, no. I'm gonna skip. I don't need all that. Absolutely not. Just creeping on the site. Just creeping. Exactly. Who actually uses highlighter for their body? And even for the people who do, you can't tell me you don't have a highlighter in your collection that you already love that you don't want to just go ahead and put on your body. That's the same thing with those the products that you spray, the spray, what's it called? The shimmer sprays. Why? Why? If you don't get yourself a setting spray, crunch some of your highlighter in there and call it a day. Makeup by Mitchell is coming out with a whole bunch of stuff, and this is a graffiti collection. And this is a lot. Now, granted, I know I don't wear a lot of color as much as I used to anymore. I'll do it in some moments. And like if I'm really interested in a color scheme, I will reach for it. But this is just not it. First of all, the packaging is taking away from the color of the actual products, in my opinion. You got too much color going on in just one area. The eyeshadow palette, the pans were unnecessary. You spent extra money to make those pans. Why? I don't understand. And the blushes, those are the one thing from him that I actually have wanted to try since the beginning, and I never have, mainly because I don't purchase from the site. I think in the US, you have to go through some site that I've never purchased from. And so for me, it's just one of those things. I'll probably never try his brand, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't need another brand to want to try. There's so many brands that I want to pick up and that I do pick up. Let's see. I saw his swatch video on YouTube and they're, oh no, don't tell me that. I kind of talked myself out of it. It does. It looks, yeah, it looks like that high schooler was really having some fun there. The crunch and the highlighter, sometimes this is why I do a lot of pre-recorded because once you get me live, you really get unfiltered. You get me unfiltered. And sometimes that's just not the best thing. Okay. I'm working on about 2 hours of sleep in the last like 20-ish hours. It's steep. It's steep. Yes. Repurposed. Exactly. Repurpose what you got. I understand. I do. I'm trying. I'm trying to remind myself that. That's why I did that swatch video of my bronzers. And I have a couple more like collection swatch and declutter videos in the back of my head that I plan to do. That way I can kind of bring myself down a little bit, but also interchange between all of the holidayness that I'm sure you guys are going to be getting from me and from so many other people. Yeah, it is the joy of being off the cuff. It is. Sometimes, though, I know I got to reel myself in a little bit. Adept Cosmetics is coming out with some new products, and let's get a closer look because I'm sure I have closer looks. So, this is the Unity palette. You have mattes and 10 shimmers, and this is a purple palette, but it's interesting. Interesting purple palette. And I love Adept. I usually do a lot of Adept videos. I usually do swatch comparisons, all that jazz. And it looked beautiful. Are you getting the hint that I'm putting down? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And then the palette, it looked pretty. There was a ombre, there's the shimmer, blushes. And these, I found these, I think, before the Singe blushes. I bought them both. They're both on the way. I think they'll be here this week. So I'll hopefully get it up next week. I had to. I had to. I'm glad you enjoyed the swatch video. I had a lot of fun, and honestly, it really opened my eyes to my collection. There are quite a few bronzers that honestly I didn't know I had pan on, but also that I'm not really checking for. So they're going to find the garbage probably in December. And then I also ended up using my Makeup by Mario bronzer today because of that video. Because when I swatched it, I was like, this is a powdery finish. This is a nice little undertone. Why am I not using it? So I used this today when I was playing around with some newer things and some old things and all that jazz. So it definitely helps me as much as I'm sure it helped you guys in case you were interested. Oh my gosh, what is in my eye? Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, the money flew out the purse. It flew out of my purse for that one. I'm not going to even hold y'all up. Sephora does a lot of favorite sets, a lot of favorite sets. And what I will say is, I would say about 80% of these favorite sets are still going to be available when they do their sale. Their sale comes around Octoberish, September, Octoberish, somewhere around there. And basically, what you can do is you can not only get the built-in savings, but you can get an additional savings. What I like about these last couple of years that they've been doing is that they give you a makeup bag that's actually usable. Previously, they were doing these like cheap, $2 bags that I could have got from the dollar store. These actually look halfway decent. Now, are they expensive? Probably not. They're probably really cheap that they mass produce, but it's the aesthetic, it's the vibe that I go for. I really like certain products in each of these pouches, but for me, there's not one pouch that I like every single thing or I want to try every single thing. And that's the stop. That's the stop. The immediate stop for me. If I am not interested in picking up every single item prior to seeing it grouped together in one of these pouches, I'm not getting it. I'm not. And that's how I would say for you to move forward with these because it's really easy to buy a bunch of those because you get a bunch of discounts. But if you don't want all of the items, then you're not really getting a discount. And not even just that, if you don't want all the items, then the items are just sitting in your house, in your apartment, in your collection, wherever, collecting dust for no reason. So I would definitely strongly recommend not buying them unless you want everything. The only time that I would say go for it is for the fragrance samplers, which I don't think I have those pinned, but those are fantastic. That's a way that I actually built up my fragrance collection is by picking those up. And I would pick it up knowing I already wanted one perfume. I would pick it up and let's say that there was another perfume that jumped the list, then I would buy that. Otherwise, I had that one perfume that I knew that I wanted to pick up, and I did. So that's the one that I would recommend blind buying as long as, like I said, you had that one that you know you want out of that packaging. Yeah, a good swatch video can remind you that you need to use your products. It really can. And I mean, honestly, like I said, looking at some of those products, I didn't know that I had pan. And I also, some of them, I didn't even know I had them. Some of them, I did not even know I had them. I don't know what's in my eye, but it is determined to stay there. It does not want to leave me. And that's fine, I guess, as long as I can keep this video going. MAC is coming out with yet another limited collection. They're doing random lipsticks per usual. They always kind of do this. I honestly couldn't even find this on the website. Oh, it says coming soon. That's why. Haha. And let's see. What are the colors? Oh, there's two that are in the matte finish. That's what it is. Firework and Sparkler. And then there's one in the satin finish and it's Glamour. I couldn't tell you which is which. I am not a MAC aficionado, so sorry, not sorry on that one. Everything else, not interested. Honestly, I think the packaging is cute, but I think in the US, unfortunately, MAC's had its moment. maybe a dime a dozen for their products are going to actually make some relevance, but otherwise they really make their money in other countries. They really don't be making their money in the US of A. This is a new brand, or at least a new product from this brand, and this is Indie Beat Cosmetics. They're coming out with plumping lip oils. I don't know if this is a type of product that is very popular. I don't really like plumping products. I find that my lips are plump enough. I don't need any additional plump. I do love me a good lip oil though, so I just figured I would show you guys this in case you're interested. And this, it appears to have flavors, not necessarily colors. So they come in the three different flavors, which is peppermint, vanilla, and cinnamon. And this looks like a true, authentic indie brand. I don't know if they're, you know, they create their own formulas or if they just touch a book and say, this is the formula I want. That's not for me to decide, but it is a new brand and I haven't talked about them. So I figured I'd give them a cute little shout out. Now, I don't want no smoke. I don't want not a single piece of smoke, but it's not my fault. It's not. I was just minding my business, trying to find a YouTube video to watch, and everybody was showing me these palettes. Everybody. Every last person said, you need to see these palettes. And I said, okay. I said, okay. And the thing is, which one is it? Let me find the bloody palette. This one right here. She looks dark. She looks like she's going to work. She does. Am I in denial again for another year when I said last year I refused to buy another one of these palettes? Maybe. Maybe. But it is what it is. I like the packaging. This was the one I actually liked this packaging. Last year I had to change the packaging because I didn't like the packaging associated with the darker skin friendly, but they were smart. They took out the marbling for the darker skin because that was the issue. The issue wasn't the color that they chose. It was that they had so much of that marbled portion that you could not get enough pigment. You kept getting the shimmer from that. So I'm excited. I think this will be here again this week. So I hope to do like a short to get something up very quickly. And then I want to really take some time and do a longish form video. Is there something you guys want me to compare this to? Because I don't have either of my old Hourglass palettes. I still have that video on my channel, so you guys could kind of go back. And I might be able to steal my swatches from that video so I can compare them to the swatches I'm going to do on this one. But that's all I can do. I sold those. So what do you want me to compare this palette to in that video? Yeah, I bought it. I bought it. I didn't mean to. I tried. I did. And then on top of it, for real, I didn't see a lot of people of darker skin showing this on YouTube. Nobody. There's at least when I've looked, there's only been one person, and she put this both on YouTube and TikTok. And no disrespect to her, but I think there needs to be a variety of options and a variety of different videos to show how it looks on darker skin. So that's why I wanted to pick it up in addition, because it looked pretty too. Let's face it. I didn't say they look different. I said that there's no marbling. I think that in the grand scheme of things, this palette is going to be very similar. I will say the bronzer does look deeper than what it's looked at in the past. That is the same finishing powder to the finishing powder I'm pretty sure I have. I think the highlighter is more or less the same thing. It's just, well, actually, there's two highlighters. There's two highlighters, two blushes, a powder, and a bronzer. Either way, I talked myself into buying it. I'm pretty sure I blacked out before because I think this was the same day I bought the Adept stuff. I just blacked out that day. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was planning to buy it on sale too. And then I was like, Blake, just get it. Get it. You're a YouTuber. You can help people. Because if you buy it and they see it don't work, then they don't have to buy it. So that was my 2 cents. Oh my gosh, what is in my eye? Just demo on your skin. Okay. Agreed. 100%. Even if honestly it was just a marketing gimmick and it still doesn't work on me, I appreciate the attempt at improving. I do. Because ever since I started buying these palettes, I think I've bought three overall. They have, well, my first year I loved it. The second year, not so much. And then hopefully this year I love it again. And so maybe that'll be my thing. Every other year I buy it and I'll love it. And just the middle years, I'll just ignore them. Girl, me too. I really hope it works for me too. Because otherwise, I'm going to be hurt because that was $90. And I think, did I pay? I think I paid for like quicker shipping. So this is just a post from Trim Mood talking about a whole bunch of luxury holiday, a whole bunch. Now it's me, so I'm not gonna look at any of these really in the grand scheme of things, but I figured I'd tell you guys about them in case you are interested in them. So this is the Lancome holiday release. I know that this has Lauren Mae Beauty's name written all over it. She loved their palette from last year. It's not for me. I think that that brown looks really cute. Like this looks nice. I could see me doing a one shadow look, but it's pretty much what I got on my face today. So we're going to go ahead and skip on that. These Dior palettes, not for me. Absolutely not. Especially this one that has the lip products. Girl, bye. The one on top looks like ash in a palette. Next. The Laura Mercier, I could say that you could take some time to really appreciate and make sure that you really don't need anything. I will say I did used to love the Laura Mercier loose powder. I just don't like loose powders anymore. I hate how messy it is. So I just don't mess with them. The blush eyeshadow combo I think could be nice, but not something I need. The trio of minis is something that I have picked up in the past. So in the past, I picked up a trio. This is the only one that I have left. And this is the one in cobblestone. I actually really like this. This gives you a decent amount of product. So this is about as much product as you're more or less going to get because this is the one shade that I didn't really reach for. So it's pretty much fully how it was when I got it. And you get three of them. So you get a variety of different shades. I don't particularly know. This post doesn't really go in depth on which shades you get. But I will say that is something that I've actively used and I could potentially pick up. Let's see. What is this? Clé de Peau? Yeah, this is Clé de Peau. I think Clé de Peau is like one of the more expensive of luxury brands. And no, I just spent $90 on an Hourglass palette and I'm hurting just looking at that. I don't even want to imagine what this hour or these Clé de Peau stuff is. Absolutely not. Yeah, a lot of this stuff, honestly, I just pinned in between working and getting a notification. And now I'm seeing for the truly seeing for the first time. This was something that was actually interesting. So I think this is like a double post, if you will. First things first, apparently Unearthly is opening up a concept store. And in this store, basically they will introduce new formulas and shades that they'll potentially add to their permanent range, basically if the customer's interested. I think this is smart and they pretty much adapted what Refer does for their brushes to their makeup range and it makes perfect sense. There are a lot of things that they come out with that people actually want or people don't want. And it seems like every time people want them, they make it extremely limited edition. But when people don't want them, it's permanent. So I'm sure this will make it easier for their overhead in their cost and all that jazz. But I think they also came out with these. And I want to say these are what is this? This is a five-piece satin liquid lipstick set. I thought these were concealers. That's why I was kind of interested to talk about this. These are liquid lipsticks and it's a five set. Who wants five pieces of liquid lipstick? And if one shade works for you, you don't need the other four. That's an easy pass for me. I like the concept of this concept store. I'll see if anything that they put in there really works for me, but I don't want nothing to do with that five piece. Wow. I didn't know. So the Clé de Peau eyeshadow actually works for you then. That's nice. I mean, honestly, that's a brand that I've never even thought their products, eyeshadow specifically, of course, would work on my skin tone. I love it that it does. Now, granted, I hurt for your wallet for you, but I'm happy they work for you. Yeah, they all look the same. I thought they were concealers, so I was thinking, okay, this is just like five of the shades because they look like they had different undertones, but that's it. But it is what it is. It does look like concealer lips, and I've heard that that is coming back. And I guess to an extent, I kind of do concealer lips because I always tend to do like a brownie nude, but that's not concealer lips for my skin tone. So where are my concealer lip products? Celine Butte has finally showcased what they're coming out with. So they sneak peeked, I want to say last year that they were coming out with makeup. And now we're seeing, oh, no, no, no. They're sneak peeking what they're coming out for in January of 2025. So they have mascaras, eyeliners, loose powders, blushes, satin lipsticks, a golden faceted, what? A golden faceted satin lipstick. I just said that. Child, I don't know. And then nail polishes. This is something that I know Michelle Wong's going to get. She loves their purses, so I don't see her not picking this up. And I'll watch through her when, oh my gosh, it was like what, 4 or 5 years ago? I was avidly watching Michelle Wong's page. And are you the way that I am, where sometimes I'll avidly watch somebody that can just afford this type of stuff, and then I'll think that I can afford the things that they afford. And so I bought things, and I'm like, girl, with what money? But I will say the one thing that I got from Chantecaille, it's a blush. That blush is getting buried with me, but it's so good. It's so good. It's cute. It's like you wouldn't think that it would actually be good, but it actually is good. It really is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. YouTubers can really, they can really get you. They can. And I find that it's funny because most of the time, YouTubers are the ones that are easily influenced worse than actually people who are just watching YouTube. If you know what I mean. Like I am easily influenced. You tell me I need it, I'm a run on over and pick her up. Yes, I am. And yeah, so I get it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be right there in the casket. And if my family decides I have to be cremated, you better put her in there with me. Burn, burn. That thing was so expensive, but it's nice and it works. It doesn't look like it would work on my skin tone, but it shows up. It really does. This is a new brand to me, H&B Cosmetics. And I saw this brand's glowy skin blush tint featured on oh, I butchered her name earlier today. What was her name? Did the one that did the collaboration with Blend Bunny? Her. She showcased it on her this girl right here. What's her name? Donnie Doffowich. It got even worse, I know. But she showcased this on her Instagram. She was just putting on makeup and it's pigmented and it looked beautiful. So I think I'm gonna scoop me up one, maybe two or three. Who knows? But this is definitely something that I'm very interested in. So I really just wanted to bring you guys attention to it. The pan is it's like a puck. Let me see. It's like a puck, very much like this, like my ABH puck, which she's refusing to show me Pam, but she gonna show me Pam before the end of this year. I tell you that. And yeah, she said it's insanely pigmented, and honestly, with how popular cream blush is right now and how popular some ranges are and they don't show up on my skin tone, I'm gonna need this type of energy for me. So I will definitely be picking up one or two. I don't even think they're all that expensive, so I am excited to try those out. I think we're almost done with like refreshing the pages. I think a lot of the pages towards the end are actually still populated. OPI is doing a collaboration with Wicked. Fun fact, I've seen Wicked twice in the play. Oh, there goes my battery. Or not. No, it's not the battery. It was just the phone or the camera shutting off. Um, come on. Come on, pop up. There we go. So, what was I saying? I've seen Wicked twice in live and as a play, and so I love the play, don't get me wrong, but I don't need this. If you know how many nail polishes I had, you would say I don't need this. I have a whole cube. You know those cubes, those fabric cubes? I have a whole cube full of nail polishes. I don't need it, but I figured I'd tell you guys about it in case you are checking for it and you really need nail polishes and you love Wicked like the cat's meow. I figured let me give y'all this information. A brand that I definitely would recommend trying if you've never tried them, they have really great quality, is Hollow Taco. I absolutely love the quality of their nail polishes, and she does really unique and nuanced colors. The one thing I love about her, I'm blanking on her name right now. The name of the owner is that she always does swatches of not only the new shades when she does a reveal video, but she will also showcase all similar shades in her range. So you can see them all compared in the same video. So you can see if, like, let's say you have one green from her, do you need the new green? So absolutely highly recommend Christy, I think, maybe. Highly recommend you follow her. It's Simply Nailogical is her YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I went down the rabbit hole of nail YouTubers. I collected my collection and I'm good, but this brown is looking cute. She's looking real cute, but I know I have browns like that. So I'm going to try and keep myself off of their site, but it's only $12. So maybe I'll scoop one. And they have really good toppers, really good like base paints or base um, polishes and stuff. So I recommend that brand 110%. You know, to be fair, was a time where every time I did my nail polish fail, without fail, within the next 5 minutes, I was hungry. And I'm one of those people, if I'm hungry and I don't already have a plan on what I'm going to eat, like meal wise, I'll grab a bag of chips. So what would happen is I would reach in my bag of chips thinking I'm just getting one chip and I'm being real careful. And then I'd have crumbs of chips all in the nail polish. Without fail, for years, that was me. Somehow I've matured. And I guess now my stomach realizes that, like, when the nail polish comes out, that doesn't mean you need to be hungry, but I also have found better and quicker drying toppers and bases and stuff. So that also helps as well. So I completely understand. Completely. Still you. Oh, I still grab a bag of chips. Don't get it twisted. But I usually don't need to grab it when I'm doing my nail polish because I plan better, I guess, for when I'm gonna do my nails. Lisa Eldridge. Y'all. I need y'all to tell me that y'all need me to review this. That's it. I want these. Why? I don't know. But this eyeshadow palette calling to me. Calling to me. It's screaming my name. It's saying black, black. I want it. I really, really do. The cream shadows, I use cream shadows like this all the time. And I've gotten into a rhythm where I actually wear very minimal makeup, but still makeup nonetheless to work. And so I think some of these more neutral brownie tones could be beautiful for that. Do I already have matte cream eyeshadows that I could use? Yes, but I want these. So I need somebody to tell me that they need me to review it. That way, I can just buy a whole bunch of stuff from the brand because I already have a cart. I just need somebody to convince me. Anybody want to convince me? I don't have anything from Hindash. I've never tried. See, yes, Lock made it. That's right. That's right. Yes, let me write that down. Lisa Eldridge. I thought we were friends, Dion. Why you don't want to enable me? But I don't have anything from Hindash personally, but I've heard nothing but decent, good things. Um, Honestly, I don't even know why I have this to talk about. Look at this product. You know that's orgasm. I didn't even have to look at the label to know that that was orgasm. And this is apparent. What does that say? South Beach. The difference in shades between the middle model and the quote unquote dark model, not a lot. Not a lot. And it's not looking like nothing on her skin tone. I just don't understand these types of releases from NARS, but they continue to make money. So, no. That's right. That's right. I have to review it so that you can then buy it. We're on the same page. I'll buy it right after this live stream. Yes, I will. Apparently, Adept Cosmetics is coming out with a bestsellers bundle. So, this is supposed to be a bundle in which you can get, I guess, their best selling products. I hope that this is bundle is discounted. So this 220 is like, cheaper than what you would get if you bought these all individually. To be fair, I only have this one. I don't have the other three. So there is that. I wouldn't pick up this bundle personally. I could not drop that amount of money on 4 eyeshadows at once. I'm going to pull something from Angelica Niquist. You don't need that much eyeshadow at one time. Ravi Beauty is coming out with a new launch. We don't know much, but this is the brand from, oh, what is her name? Her. What's her name? I can't remember her name, but you see her on the screen right now. So she is the owner of Ravi, and recently they've only had the lip products, and I think they even came out with an extended range of different shades. So it'll be interesting to see what they come out with. Oh, we have some new. Okay, we just see that it's coming. Oh, it's tomorrow. So they're revealing it probably tomorrow, if not launching it tomorrow, of course. So hopefully, if you guys like this style of me doing this new makeup releases in a live format, I'll do this again next week and it will actually be on time because I should not have as much difficulty. And then if that's the case, we'll have some more information about that release. But so far, we don't really know anything. Does this tab want to load? Did I miss anything? Ali Glines. You're right. That's her. I knew I would forget it as soon as, or remember it right when I needed it to. I'm trying to stop the fallout from the Inspired palette. I'm trying to stop. What do you mean stop the fallout? Are you literally having fallout? If you don't want to load, you don't get talked about. It's that simple. Oh no. What's going on? Did my computer freeze? That's fine. Go away. I think that was just the relaunch or the restock of the ColourPop anyways. Oh, we just talked about this. Oh, see, we're getting through it. We're getting through it. Yes, ma'am. Really, you get fallout. I don't get fallout, to be fair. Um, Yeah, I don't really get fallout when I use my Adept Cosmetics shadows. That said, I don't really know. When I do use their shadows, and the way I typically will use shadows in general is I will pack and then I will blend. So if you're one of those people who blends and does not pack the shadow on, I can understand why you get fallout because they have very pigmented shadows and they are a looser formula once you get your shadow or your brush in the actual formula. Rare Beauty is coming out with some holiday sets, and a lot of people love these blushes and highlighters. And what I will say is, I think the blushes are fine. I think they're fine. Don't shoot the messenger. Um, I haven't heard great things about the shadow sticks. The mascara I love. I actually have a backup for whenever I am finally done with all these bad mascaras. I will be definitely reaching for that. And I haven't tried. Did you guys know? Let me see if they have a close up of it. We'll go back to that later. Did you guys know that she has a perfume? I didn't know she had a perfume. So I'm kind of actually interested in that. It is the mini lotion and perfume set for $30. I'm not buying that full price. I want that baby on sale. And if she's on sale and I remember and I want it at that time, I'll pick it up. But that was something that was interesting. And I will say these colors look nice. They look nice. I mean, you get a nice kind of redder color and like a more salmony color and like a pinky shimmer highlighter. But I'm just, yeah. For me, I'm not in love with the rare blushes. I like them. I have one shade in love, I want to say. Um, but that's it. That's it. Patrick Ta has shown his holiday products. And so it looks like he's coming out with a duo for concealer, very similar to what I was talking about earlier with the Sigma. So it looks like he has a similar concept in his, except for it opens long ways, vertical, not horizontally. It looks like he's coming out with yet another pink blush. I don't know how many pink blushes he thinks he needs in his range, but okay. He also looks to be coming out with another lip gloss that is a pink. Once again, how many of those do you need? I'm pretty sure he came out with one last year as well. So this seems like it's going to be another easy skip for me. I didn't buy anything, I think, last year, and I probably won't buy anything from him then either. That, like I said, based on what I can see, I don't think his complexion products are for me. They're a little too glowy for me. And I do love a nice sheen and a glow to my skin, but I am combination skin nonetheless. This is the product that I wanted to get instead of that stupid Tarte roll-on product that I talked about at the very beginning of this video. I really want this. I want it. It's currently only available at the Milk website. I'm waiting until it becomes available at Sephora. And I'm pretty sure I have a basket waiting for me at Sephora. I have the LYS foundation stick and some other things like that. So this is definitely something I'm picking up. Even Jackie Ina got onto her Instagram and recommended this. It's mine. She showed it on her skin, and basically what I would say is it's probably exactly like this, which is what I wanted it to be. This is my Hemish Glow Primer. It looks dingy, but that's because I use it. And this is a primer that has a glow that you can apply all over your face. And even with my combination skin, it does not hinder my oils, or it does not make my oils even worse than they would normally. Like, this is what my skin would look like normally. You have to remember I have lights on, so that's why my face may look really shiny right now. But that has a nice darker tint to it. I think this is going to be the move. I think this is going to be great. It does not look like it comes in a huge quantity, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm truly so excited for this. This is one of those things that, like, I am weirdly excited, and I don't get weirdly excited about primers ever. Almost never. Almost never. One Size is showcasing that they're coming out with another product specifically for foundation, and this is the Turn Up the Base Full Beat Foundation. Now they have a Turn Up the Base, I think that's the name of it, tinted moisturizer or tinted whatever. And I've seen people say that that pretty much has full coverage. So I don't know what this is, but it's not for me. I don't really like full coverage. I have a handful of full coverage foundations now. I almost never reach for them. And there's a reason. I'm not a full coverage girly. It's just not for me. And when I get to the point where I want to start using those particular foundations, I'll probably start mixing my primers in with the foundation to thin it out so that it gives a little bit less of coverage, because I can't. Oh, do you? Do you like that? Do you like that primer? And also, what's your skin type and how does it work? Give me the deets. Give me the deets, please and thank you. Because I think we've already established that I want to buy more from Victoria Beckham too. So let me know. Inform me, please. NARS is coming out with, of course, their holiday range, and it's a whole lot of stuff. NARS always does a lot of stuff. Most of the time, a majority of this stuff stays on their website. And I will say, towards the end of the holiday season, it goes on sale. But once it's on sale, people snatch these things up. So you really have to be on the site at the perfect time. They have two, what I would say is two blushes, a highlighter, and I think this is a single eyeshadow. Am I right? Am I right? I honestly, my eyes are looking cross-eyed right now. I can't read her description. So we're going to pretend that I'm right. They also have a face palette. This face palette looks abysmal. I will say NARS's formulas are really good, but I just find that their range of shades in these palettes are not always the best. I want to say last year I also got the NARS palette and I compared that to the Hourglass palette. Um, but I'm not going to be getting that this year. It's not happening. They also have a whole lot of lip product sets. They always have a lot of lip product sets. I will say I am slightly interested in the NARS pressed powder. Do I need to get the holiday version? No, I'm just interested in it in general. I don't tend to own a lot of powders, so I find that having a variety so I can tell you guys what's good and what's not would be nice. So I may potentially try to get that eventually, but probably not during the holiday season. There's going to be so many other things I want to pick up. I'm sure that these are two lip creams and two lip glosses. What have I said already today? I don't want any more lip creams or lipsticks. It's just not for me. So I'm going to skip that, although those look cute. And this looks really nice. Don't get me wrong. It looks nice, but I don't wear a lot of gold, like straight up gold. I'll wear different forms of gold, but that gold looked too yellow based for me to actually want to use. So yeah, that whole collection looks like it's going to be a pass. Did I miss some comments? I do like it. Gives me a nice golden glow. Does not make me look more oily. That's nice. Sensitive, oily. Okay, so we have very similar skin types. So it'd be interesting to see if there's somebody who has both products and if they review it and they compare to see which one is better or not. I tried to do the same with my Auric Glow. Oh yeah, girl, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I have the Auric Glow Lust. And actually, that is what I use on the days that I want to wear makeup to work. I will use one pump and I will thin it out over my whole face and my whole neck area and of course my ears. And I like it. I work 10-hour shifts and including my commute, it's about 11 hours. And then adding on when I start to get ready, it's about a 12-hour period that I wear that product. I will say the last couple of times it's broken up in my forehead, but overall I like doing that for that. And I'll literally only put that on just one sleek layer of that. I'll spray myself down with a whole bunch of setting spray and I go out the door. So that's how I use the Auric Glow Lust because that's actually in my project pan for the Graveyard project pan. I wanted to get some use out of it because it's been in my collection for such a long period of time, but I would not recommend using that outside of truly setting it under your products. Yeah, it's going to mess with your products because it's slippery. It doesn't really set down on its own. Yeah. Cosmic brushes. So I'm sure you guys, like me, at some point during your day, once you turned on your YouTube app or whatever, saw that a whole bunch of people got this in PR and that this showcased today. This is the Cosmic Brushes Undergrowth palette. And as you can see, it is a beautiful kind of greeny brown palette. I'm just going to scroll down so we can see these swatches, so we can see the color story. This color story, y'all, it's mine. It's mine. It is something that I'm actively going to be picking up. It's releasing September 13th at 6 p.m. September 13th is this Friday. Guess what? I'm pretty sure I get paid. I'm pretty sure I get paid. That's perfect timing. It's perfect timing. I want it. I want it and I'm going to get it. This palette looks beautiful. Now, do I have these color schemes and do I have this color scheme in my collection? Probably. Probably. And at one point, I want to say I felt like they already did kind of their earth tone palette, but this looks so pretty. So, so pretty. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Dion, I didn't even honestly know that these are pressed powders. That sucks. That really, really sucks because this is a really good formula. But I'm sorry that that does not work for your lids. I really am. I feel like this is like the better, like this is what the ABH Norvina line wanted to be, is this formula. I think that's what they were able to master. Lock Maiden, for that, I spray down, and I mean heavily, I spray down the one size setting spray. I mean, I go spray, spray, spray. I'm sitting there spraying my face for about a good minute, like an actual minute, you know? And it actually does, like I said, pretty good. It just breaks down around my forehead. And most of the time that's because I'm messing with my head and my hands and all that jazz. It is a beautiful palette though, nonetheless. I saw the flood of videos rolling on my feed and I was like, uh-oh, yep, uh-oh, what release? That's really pretty much how I'd be feeling a lot of the times. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. This does reminisce the Fantasy Cosmetica palette, 110%. But their palette was a lot more curated and condensed because I want to say that was just a 9 pan. But I will say, if I had to choose between Fantasy Cosmetica and Cosmic Brushes formula, I would personally choose Cosmic Brushes. I just prefer their formula. Oh gosh. Rashida, for me, I would definitely say don't rush. At this point, this brand has become so popular that none of their stuff is limited edition. So if you do like this palette and you're really interested, it will be available whenever you have the time. And honestly, it might be better to wait after all the reviews, after you've made your decision that you really want to pick this up for the holidays. Like we were talking about before, I'm sure they're going to have a holiday sale. I can't distinctly remember what sale they had. Maybe this year I'll actually do like a video because I don't think last year I was able to get around to doing a video about like all the indie sales that were planned, but I'm excited and I'm probably going to be picking this up on launch. Yep, pretty much. That hair setting spray thing that one size has, that's the one that I drench my face in after I put the one Auric on. And I will say, not that people really comment on my complexion at my current job, but like nobody has flat out said like, are you wearing makeup? So I think about one pump is good. Sometimes I'll do a little bit more because I need just a little bit more for like a particular area just to touch up. But if you do more than like a pump and a half on your face, I think it's just too much, especially if you're trying to do like a thin layer. Speaking of the devil, this Elf and Tinder collaboration, it's just unnecessary. I can only imagine what's going on in these comments, so I'm not going to even bother opening them, but it's truly just unnecessary. It looks like they just changed the what is this? Strike them a match? What is this? Hold on. These are lippies? It is a new product featuring a single use lipstick that matches for a convenient application. What is it matching? That's cringy. It's a little cringy to me. I get it. It works. It really works. And I like that they made something new because everything else pretty much looks like they just added some shellac of a different color on the outside and called it a day. So I give them that. But for me, I would have just released the match thing. I wouldn't have released all the other stuff. But I'm not buying any of this. Other people can buy it and go viral on TikTok with it. It's not for me. Not at all. Okay, I think I have 3 more things pinned and then we're good unless you guys have other things that you really want to talk about. So, what is this brand? Beauty Creations has come out with a collaboration with Corpse Bride. This is a very popular collaboration that people do around Halloween. I think Corpse Bride is fine. It's fine. I've never tried Beauty Creations. This will not be something that will force me to want to try them. I think the mirror is kind of cool. I like that the hand looks like it's like 3D on it. So it looks like it's like actually holding the mirror. But I don't even know where Beauty Creations can be purchased. I don't, I must have linked this somehow, unless I said in store, because it might honestly only be in store. Let's see. Oh, it's not available until the 13th. Oh, they have a website. So that's where you could pick it up. Yeah, it just, it's not for me. It definitely looks like one of those things that a younger person would be into. Your girl's in her 30s. I don't need that. Yep, single use lipstick. It is gimmicky. It is. It is. It without a shadow of a doubt. Dion. Ooh, that's a good question, Clarissa. So I don't know if you caught, but I will have that palette 9 times out of 10 this week. And I will get, if it comes during my days off, I will get it up this week. If it doesn't, I will get it up next week. As for a full video and like reviewing it, that probably won't be for at least until next week. I will say I saw one person with a darker skin tone review it. Um, Take that with you will. If you want to go back based on her opinion, um, I will be doing a video though. And as for when do I think it will sell out, I know last year's actually did sell out, but it still waited a while because I didn't pick up my palette until they dropped their 20% off sale. And they usually do a 20% off code towards like October, November period. So for me, I would say I wouldn't worry too much because especially at this point, that palette is only available on the Hourglass website. It hasn't even released yet on Sephora and Ulta, and it's going to release there. It also, I think, typically releases at Beautylish. So Clarissa, I would say you have a good at least month to 2 months before it sells out. I would be highly surprised if it sells out before, especially if you're looking at the darker palette, because I don't think a lot of darker people are actually going to be picking up this palette because of how many times Hourglass has not done what they said they were going to do in previous years. Exactly. Exactly. Of course, no problem at all. That's what I'm here for, my 2 cents of knowledge. This is the one thing that I said might actually get me to go onto the Blend Bunny website soon. And then I would potentially pick up that lip duo that they did with the creator because they came out with a cleansing balm. And this is something that I always use. I'll be using it tonight to take off my makeup. And I'm running low on the one cleansing balm that I have. So I'm interested in this. I am. And I would love to have like an indie alternative. It looks like it's in like a tin. So I don't know if I love that personally, but it would be kind of cool just to try. It'd be cool to give indie brand more love. And honestly, if I like this, then I would constantly buy it from them. I rather support a smaller brand than continue to support these big brands that don't really care about me. They apparently also came out with cleansing pads as well. I don't need those. I have so many of the makeup erasers in different iterations, so I don't need that, but I definitely am intrigued to try these. Oh, camera shut off again. I'm still here. Just give it a second. It'll pop back on. But I'm definitely intrigued to try the cleansing balm. I want to see if it's already available. Oh, it's only $18. It's $18. It's available now. Let's see what the products are or the ingredients. So apparently there is a scent, so beware of that if you have sensitive skin. I kind of have sensitive skin, but on my face it's not as sensitive, although I have broken out from things before. So there is that. Apparently, they have grapefruit, coconut in their products, green tea, rose, grapefruit, coconut, and cucumber, all in the ingredients. So just in case you are allergic to anything, I'm really excited about this. I love that it's only $18. I wish that we knew how big it was so I could compare it to like a cleansing balm I can get at the grocery store. But once again, my thing is I'd rather just get something from an indie brand than constantly support these bigger brands. Yeah, a lot of people loved that darker skin palette last year. You are right. A lot of people, but then again, you were able to combine the inside with the outside. So, yeah, there is that. Oh, okay. So I just have this twice. Well, let me see since I have it on the actual website. Do they say, okay, they don't say how much product you get. So that'll have to be something that I let you guys know about, once I pick her up, how much product. But yeah, those are all the things that I had pinned to talk about. We've been sitting here for about 2 hours, I want to say now, which is quite crazy. I didn't expect to be here for that long. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? Did I miss anything? I know I got a notification since we've been sitting here, but I kind of just ignored it because I'm using my phone to check the chat and to see when I my camera turns off. What is this? Oh, the poofy makeup. Oh, I don't even want to talk about this because that's just stupid. What is this? That's just stupid too. Okay, we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna call it a night. I think this has been a really good first attempt at a live stream. Like I said, hopefully, as long as you guys like this, I kind of like this type of video. I like doing it live stream, and I might do it a little bit more like Brittany Clark, where I actually do my makeup on the video, like while I'm doing the live stream. I also do makeup as well. So let me know if you guys would like to see that next week. But I think I'm definitely going to do another video next week so that the next time it's not so long, at least not because of so many different releases. Like I said, if you did not watch this video from the beginning, I will be saving this onto my page so that you can have access to it. And as soon as we're done, I will go ahead and put a pinned comment with the additional information for all of the items that we've talked about. And for the things that we talked about today, like pinning the Yes Style video that I'm pretty sure I did, I will put that in the description box as well. But let me go ahead and check let's see, the chat. Yes, I'm so glad all of you guys were able to catch. I know it was a small little group of us, but honestly, I'm happy it wasn't just me, if we're being honest. I was scared it was just going to be me with how messy it was for me to start this video. Let's see. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Lock. We gonna do that because you, ooh, I was honestly gonna do a video where I took the time to do a roundup of all of the items that I picked up, so that you guys got like a full review before Black Friday. But I will also go ahead and do those. I like those concepts as well. Um, Let me just write those down. All right. So I think that's it. Unless you guys have any other questions, go ahead and stop sharing so that you guys can just see me theoretically. I think. I don't really know. Yep, that's it. So yeah, I think that's it for today. We've been filming for over 2 hours. I think this was really successful. I'm so glad you guys were able to come and hang out with me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.